Hello everyone, and now we are going to discuss about the topic the differences between sale and agreement to sale. This is from third unit, second topic. Already we have discussed about what are the essential elements of valid sale, and next we are going to discuss about the differences between sale and agreement to sale. The first comparison in the sale and agreement to sale is what? Transfer of property. Transfer of property. In case of transfer of property in regarding to sale, the property will be transferred immediately, but whereas in agreement to sale, the transfer of property will be done for the future time. So here in the sale means, for example, I will be transferring in the sale, I'll be selling this chalk piece to another some X person. So he'll be giving the price amount. The sale will be happen in the immediate only. But whereas in an agreement to sale means I will be keeping an agreement that I will be selling this chalk piece after a few months. So that is the agreement to sell. The thing which will happen, the transaction which will happen immediately is in the sale, and the thing which will happen, the transaction which will happen for the future time is the agreement to sell. It is a executed contract. It is a executory contract. Executed contract. This is executory contract is happen and will happen. This thing will happen immediately. Things will happen for the future time. In the case of transfer of the property. And next thing is not type of good. So coming back to here, in the type of good, what is the difference between the sale and the agreement to sale means? In the sale, what type of goods are they going to transact? They are going to transact the specific good and existing good. So here in the sale, what type of good are they going to transact means specific good only. How means I am asking a seller to transform only the mangoes, only the bottles, only the pen, only the pencil, only the chair, only the table, where I am mentioning the product name specifically. So in the sale, the specific good will be transferred, and existing good means where the seller is having in his hand, where the possession of the ownership is in the hands of seller. But whereas in an agreement to sale, what type of a good means future good or contingent goods. Good and contingent good. What are future goods means for example, I may promise some buyer that I will sell him 1,000 chairs when I will be manufacturing after a 6 months. That is the future good. I did not have that production. I did not have any product. I did not have any material. But I may keep an agreement with the buyer that I will definitely sell the product for a future time. I'll be selling the goods, I'll be giving the goods for the future time. That is the future goods. What about contingent goods means the things, the goods which may happen, may or may not happen, where we having a 50-50 chances, not a complete chances. That is the contingent goods. So in the sale we have on a specific and also existing goods, but whereas in agreement to sale we have a future and a contingent goods regarding the type of good. And next element risk of loss. In the risk of loss, third comparison is risk of loss. If something happened to the products, so who is going to bear the loss? So in the sale, when the products are there in the hands of seller and something happened or something damage happened to the products means the seller will be liable to the loss here. But whereas in the agreement to sell, though the products are in the hands of buyer, if something damage happened to product means again the seller will be liable here. Here when the products are there in the hands of seller, he is liable. And here though the products are there in the hands of a buyer, again the seller will be liable for the loss here. Here seller in his hand. But whereas here seller, but though the goods in hands of buyer. So what this is in risk of loss, in sale, what this is means when the goods are in the hands of seller, if something damages happen to the product, the seller will be liable for the losses here. But whereas in agreement to sell, when the products, though the products are in the hands of buyer, if some damages occurs to the product means the seller will be liable for the loss here. Type of property and type of good and risk of loss. 3 comparison. Now again let's go to another comparisons. Consequences of breach. So here, in consequences of breach, when buyer fails to pay the amount, what will happen in sale? When buyer fails to pay the amount, the seller may have a right to sue the price. Here, he may have a right to sue the price. But whereas in the agreement to sell, when a buyer fails to give the amount, the seller will only have a right to take the damaged amount only. Only the damaged part amount only, not the price here. In the sale, only the seller will have a right to take the price, but whereas in the agreement to sell, he will only have the damaged amount will be taken by the seller in the case of the consequences of breach here. And next comparison is right to resale here. In right to resale here, if you go here in the case of sale, what will happen is they won't have any right to resell the product. But though if they go to cross the limit and sell the product to the subsequent buyer, what will happen means the subsequent buyer will not get a real title, a real ownership on the product here. How means, for example, if I promise one buyer that I am going to sell my mobile to you and not giving to that buyer, instead of giving to him, if I sold to another person means the subsequent person, the third person, he will not get a complete, a real ownership, a title of ownership he will not get here. Though if they done the transaction in the case of sale, the title will not be received by the subsequent buyer. Will not entitled to receive ownership. will not be entitled to receive the ownership on the product. But whereas in agreement to sell, they may take the product, they may get the good title. But here the subsequent buyer, the third person who is taking the product, he may not have any right to question about the damages which is happened to the product. He may get title here. He may get title here, but they won't have any chances for him to ask about the damages here. In agreement in a resale, the say in the, regarding to sale, he will not get a title. He will not get a title here. He is not entitled to receive the title of ownership. Here he may take the title of ownership, but here the person will not have any authority to ask about the damages which has happened to the product. That is about the resale. And next one is now general and particular property. So general and particular property, and these points will be included in the both the points same. Both the elements can transfer their general property, as we have discussed the essential element transfer of general property. So same thing will be done in the both the parties. No? And last one is last 2 point are there. Last 2 points. Insolvency of buyer. So, in the case of insolvency of buyer, if the buyer is insolvent, means the seller can transfer the product to the official assignee. So here when buyer is insolvent, then the seller will transfer the product to the official assignee. But whereas in the agreement to sale, if the buyer is insolvent, means the product is not bound to give to anybody. The seller is not bound to touch anything. Clear, ma? Here, not bound to do anything. Why? Because here the amount which is already paid, but here the amount hasn't paid. That's the reason. And next one is insolvency of seller. Insolvency of seller. When a seller is insolvent, the buyer may take the goods from the seller, because as he became the owner of the good. See ma, for example, ఈ ప్రోడక్ట్ అనేది నేను మీ దగ్గరికి ఒక బయ్యర్కి నేను ఇచ్చేసినట్లయితే, ఈ ప్రోడక్ట్ ఎవరి దగ్గర ఉన్నట్లయితే ఆ ప్రోడక్ట్ ఆ పర్సనే ఆ ప్రోడక్ట్కి ఓనర్ అవుతారు. సో అలాంటి టైం అప్పుడు the buyer may take a product from the seller who is owner of the product. When a seller become insolvent, the buyer may take the product, the ownership, as he was owner of that product, he can take the product from him. Buyer may take product. But whereas in agreement to sale, the person cannot take. Why? Because he did not become a complete owner of the product. Why? Because he hasn't paid the money. But he can take the dividend here. So here finally what it is, when insolvency of supplier, regarding insolvency of supplier, when a supplier is when a seller is an insolvent, means the buyer can take the good as he was owner of the good, but whereas in agreement to sell, he can only take the dividend. So this is about the differences between the sale and agreement to sale. Thank you for today.